Linda Lopez says, I would like to start, but I live in an apartment and I have no space to do this food storage. Aw, Linda, this is a perfect video for you because I'm gonna share with you today how you could put together a 1-month food storage that you could put anywhere in your home. And we're gonna start with a bin like this. Are you ready? Aprons on, let's go. Okay, we're gonna take this bucket and we are going to shop my shelves, and I'm gonna share with you how you can make a plan for you, your family, or just you and your spouse if there's 2 of you. And I'm gonna show you how you could put together a 1-month food storage. You've been watching for a while and I have technically a 3 to 6 month, but I could stretch that to 9 if I wanted to, especially a year with my long-term food storage. But I want to share with you how you could put together a 1-month supply. If that is too much of a stretch for you, start with 2 weeks. I mean, we've seen a lot in the last 2 years, right? Food shortages, supply chain halts, things catching on fire. And it is so important to have food security. No matter if you're in an apartment, no matter if you're a college student, that's coming up, stay tuned. I want to put together some meals for you guys from what I have to share with you, get the ideas moving on what you could store shelf stable for a month. I know that money is crazy right now. I get that. Gas prices are high, and I get a lot like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna fix income. Baby steps, friends, baby steps. You could start working on this weekly. If you grocery shop weekly, add 1 or 2 things more to your list, put them in the bucket. Now, sure, you could live off of ramen and protein bars, but that ain't healthy. So we're gonna make sure we have shelf-stable foods that are good in calories to help you out. And stay tuned. I just learned how to make ramen a natural way. I know, I live in a closet, I don't. Okay, we're gonna start off with breakfast. Now, you could put cereal. I have lots of cereal up here. You could start with cereal. You just got to figure out how long you want to rotate your bin for. So if you're going for a year, you'll be fine. If you're going for 6 months, you're going to want to make a date on your calendar that on Mother's Day and Christmas, you rotate through everything. One thing that I really like is I like oats. So here I have steel cut oats. You could do quick oats, but I would do something a little more healthier. I would do either the old-fashioned or the steel-cut oats. Now, yes, you could do this on any diet. If you're gluten-free, vegan, vegetarian, start making lists of things and with a long shelf-stable life. So if something doesn't go a year and it's only 6 months, you have a bin for 6 months. Then you rotate it into your meals and use it up. Now, if the power is out, you're gonna figure out how to cook this stuff with an outside stove, you know, using your grill. That's a whole nother video that we can get into. So do something like oatmeal. You can have honey on hand to sweeten it with, or you could do jams and jellies to sweeten it with, or you could keep in your bin some brown sugar. You can keep a bag like this, or there's boxed brown sugars. They're smaller, so you could do that as well. And you could also get boxed milk. They sell it on the shelves at the store. You don't need to refrigerate them, and you can keep it in your bin. Start thinking and write this stuff down on a list. That's just one idea for breakfast. My dad used to have this for breakfast. There's nothing wrong with it. You can grab cans of corned beef, like hash, or just corned beef. You could do that as well. I mean, the corned beef hash has what, potatoes and corned beef in it, and all you have to do is just heat it up. And if you have an egg, boom, right? Okay, so we got breakfast covered. Let's go to a snack. I have Ritz on hand. Who doesn't love a buttery Ritz cracker, right? I have saltines. Okay. They do have expiration dates. Keep an eye on them. And who doesn't love peanut butter on their Ritz crackers? Seriously. So you can keep a little peanut butter and a couple packages of Ritz crackers, or you can get the much smaller box. This is from obviously the bulk store, right? You could grab crackers and peanut butter. You can grab protein bars for a snack that have a long shelf life. And of course you can get almond butter, a much healthier peanut butter than this. You could put the expiration date on here. As long as your box, your bin is kept in a very cool place, you're gonna be okay. Oh, I put the on the shelf. We've got to fill the bucket. Now, also with the snack, you're gonna want fruit, right? So you can get yourself some applesauce. You can grab pears. I like the pears that are just in water and not the heavy syrup. So this is in 100% juice. I don't like heavy syrup. So, and then you could do pears. You can do unsweetened applesauce. You can do little cans of mandarin oranges just to give you that sweetness with the fruit. Okay, we're gonna combine lunches and dinners together. So here's what you could do and make just a few ideas with shelf-stable ingredients. Pastas are fantastic for long term. We're big mac and cheese fans here. They have a long shelf life. Like this is going until 23. So put a couple of boxes of macaroni and cheese in your bin. In this bucket, I have penne. I have elbow macaroni. I have a box of rigatoni. You could do a box of rigatoni pasta. Do 4. So if you wanted one a week, a bag or a box one a week, you could get how many servings out of that. This bag here says there's 8 servings per container, but you know, it's pasta. Who eats that much? I mean, that's like what? 3/4 a cup? Yeah, right, that's not happening. Now you need sauce to go with that, right? You could do Alfredo. You just gotta really keep an eye on that expiration date, but you could do Alfredo. The red sauce is a lot cheaper, So grab a few jars of this. You could do 4 as well if you want. You could always put it with other dishes. If you don't want to do jars, you could do can. Tomato sauce, or you can get the Hunt's like spaghetti sauce in a can, okay? So let's pretend these are, you know, all can. You could also do tomato soups. So I have 4 tomato soups. If you're gonna do tuna packed in water, not oil. It lasts longer. So you could do 4 cans of tuna. Some people don't have a problem eating it plain and just seasoning it up. I am not one of those people. I need Miracle Whip. You don't need a bottle like this. This is ridiculous, okay? Get the little squeeze bottles. You're good to go. But then you have a problem of keeping it cool if your power went out. So think about that, okay? But I'm just gonna put this in my bin just so you could see. You could do shepherd's pie, and here's how you could do that with shelf-stable foods. Your base is a meat, okay? So here I have a lot of protein. I have pulled pork. I like corn in my shepherd's pie. Let's go over to the veggie section of my little store here. So we're gonna need 4 cans of corn, but this is gonna make a lot. Like, honestly, this is gonna give us a ton more servings, but this is great. You know, if let's say a guest came over and you were low on food, you could cook from your 1-month food storage. It's there for you. It's insurance in any way that you want to use it. Especially if you had loss of a job, you have at least a month's supply of food to help you out. Corn going in. Let's talk gravy. Now, you could use gravy like this, or you can actually find gravy in an aluminum can. You could do it that way too. So right now, this is what I have. So I can put 1 or 2 of these or the whole thing in my bin, and that's the gravy base for my shepherd's pie. You need mashed potatoes, right? How are we gonna do mashed potatoes? Well, I actually found these at the Dollar Tree. So you can get them in a pouch or a bag, or you can get them in a big box in the bulk store. Can you see that? This guy right here? Yeah, these have an okay shelf life, but if you want to make them stretch and you have a food saver machine, food saver these up. So those are going to be processed here in about 2 weeks. I'm going to put them in food saver bags, suck them up, and put them in a bucket. So, but you can use one of these for the mashed potatoes for your shepherd's pie, or as a substitute you can use rice. We're going to make a stovetop chicken casserole. Yes, with shelf-stable ingredients. Grab a stuffing. You can get the good old smaller box stuffings like Stouffer's. This one's the Trader Joe's, but size-wise, go with the Stouffer's. You're gonna need canned chicken. So I have white and dark chicken, white and dark meat chicken. So you could use this size. So, and one box stuffing is seriously gonna stretch you if it's just you, because we're preparing this box for one person, this bin for one person, okay? So I can grab 4 of these and make it stretch with my box stuffing. Okay, let's put these in the bin. I'm heading over to my soup section and I want cream of mushroom, or you could use cream of chicken, whatever floats your boat. So grab a couple of these. Okay, I hope you're starting to see how you could get meals with shelf-stable ingredients. Are they the healthiest? No, but you won't starve. We want a veggie in our stovetop casserole. So I like green beans, so we can grab, you know, a few cans of green beans. You can do it ×4 if you want. Again, it's on the room that you have. If you don't think you have room for a 1-month bin, go for a 2-week bin. If you have cans of mixed vegetables, put that in there as well. All right, now, of course you could do chilies, right? You could open up a good old can of chili. Sure, you could do that. Come here, we're gonna do chili a different way. You can grab a can of baked beans, okay? And then we're gonna come over here to some more beans, like lots of beans. We could do black beans. We can do diced tomatoes. Boom. You can grab taco seasoning or a packet of chili seasoning. And there you have some shelf-stable homemade chili, homemade-ish. Okay, and of course you could do things like beef stew. I mean, you've got your meat, your veggies, your potatoes all in here. A great thing to have that's shelf-stable, that can last a long while, is actual cans of diced potatoes or sliced potatoes. And then you can mash them up with milk and butter, like heat them through, mash them up. You can also do sliced carrots. So I'm just throwing ideas out there. I know when you start thinking about these things, you're like, I don't know what I would put in there. What would I do? I'm giving you some ideas. What are your go-to recipes? How can you make those things shelf stable? I just shared with you 2 of our family's favorite recipes, the shepherd's pie and the chicken stovetop casserole, and how you can make it shelf stable. You can actually make a taco soup. So when I make this recipe, I'll link it for you. It's so good. A lot of you have tried it, and I love your feedback on it. Dump and go taco soup. Corn, kidney beans, black beans, taco seasoning. And if you have that on your shelf in your pantry, great. I mean, you don't need to add it to the bucket, but just in case, you could just buy the packets, so you'll need that. I ground hamburger in it. Now, if you don't have any hamburger on hand, you want to make it shelf stable, again, you can use the canned meats. So you could do canned pork, canned beef, okay? You could do the beef. Use that instead of hamburger if you don't have it on hand. Oh, I put beef broth. So I will have some cans of beef broth ready to go. I need the small can of tomato sauce and diced tomatoes. So this goes with it. So now I could do my taco soup with all shelf-stable ingredients. Let's get it in the bin. Okay, while I'm down here, look at this, look at this, look at this. I got this at the Dollar Tree. I did a video for you guys, or I was gonna do more shelf-stable recipes, I can't remember. But you can get pancake mix, just add water, keep this in your bin, you can have pancakes. And you have the honey to drizzle on it already, jam to put on it in your bucket. So maybe think about getting a box of just add water pancake mix. And they also have gluten-free, so awesome. There's so many meals that you could do with shelf-stable ingredients. Oh, you can add little cans of mushrooms to bulk up things. Like if you're doing the chicken stovetop casserole, you can grab mushrooms. This is stems in pieces. You could throw that in there as well. I hope you guys can see that you can have shelf-stable meals ready to go, and you can store them in a bin to last you a month. The protein that keeps on giving. Spam. I actually grew up on Spam. I didn't mind it as a kid, but I haven't had Spam, you guys, in a long time, so I don't know if I would like it now. But my goodness, this is a good thing to have on your shelf. It's shelf stable, it lasts a long time. This one we just bought, the best buy date is April 2025. Now, it could go longer than that. That's the best buy date. That's why Spam is one of the best shelf-stable things to have. Is it healthy? Why, no, not one bit. And I believe there's nitrates in it. Yeah, sodium nitrate. When crap hits the fan, are you really gonna care? You're just gonna wanna feed your belly and you're gonna wanna feed your family. This is a very long shelf life. Let's talk storage for a little bit. Now, if you're struggling with space, I loved reading your guys' comments on a lot of videos. This is one from Karen Dion, and she says, I have limited pantry shelves, so I bought 8 buffet-size aluminum foil pans, and they are filled with canned meat, canned vegetables, canned fruit, peanut butter, jellies, and condiments. I have a guest room with a king-size bed, 4 pans on each side. They slide out and easily on the carpet like drawers. I rotate that food too. Guests can still use the room. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. Now, they have bins that are very long, so you can put some of these shelf-stable items in them, slide them under your bed. Now, you could also raise your beds with cinder blocks. I did that in college, so you could create more space, and then you could put your bins there. My parents, when I visited them last summer, the house that they were in before they bought their home, I asked, what are you doing for food storage space? And they didn't have much space. They utilized their garage, but a lot of things can't be stored long term in the garage because of heat fluctuation. So they have a hutch in the dining room, and in the hutch, in the cabinet doors, were not tablecloths, not napkins. There was my dad's food storage. He stored what he needed for his diabetic diet. He's a type 2 diabetic. So think outside the box. Think of the furniture that you already have. Could you use it for food storage? Think of your vertical space behind the door. There's ways of doing it. Everyone's budget looks different, but food security is so important. Guys, I don't think it's gonna get easier, and I'm not claiming doomsday, not one bit. But if there's one area that you can have security on, have it be food. There's ways of budgeting, and I'm not going to get into that in this video, but if you need help, reach out. There is ways for you to be able to have food on your shelves. So if you're still confused on like what you could put in your bins, think of the go-to recipes that your family has and see how you can make them shelf stable. And think of how many servings that would be. If I were to make the stovetop chicken casserole, I mean, I've got this, I have my chicken, I have my gravy. This is gonna last me a long while. My cream of mushroom soup, I'm not gonna eat a ton of this. This will stretch for me. And if you wanna put in your bin popcorn, I mean, hi, popcorn. And you can make microwave popcorn by using a brown bag. I'll be showing you that as well. Stay tuned for the next video, friends, because I'm gonna show you how to use your shelf-stable ingredients with your long-term food storage. This is freeze-dried peppers. I have freeze-dried broccoli here. If you've gotten your hands on some freeze-dried food, I'm going to share with you how to use your long-term food storage with your short-term food storage. So stay tuned. Yummy recipes. Yummy recipes. So that is coming up on the next video. Now this bin is anywhere between, if I were to put all the exact servings and cans in, it's between $120 and $150. I looked on Walmart, I did the math, and depending if I used the canned beef, we're in between $120 to $150. So know that you could do this for that amount of money. Figure out budget how you want to do it. Work on it a little bit at a time. But if this was all that you had for your family of 4 or 2, it's something, and something is better than nothing. I hope this motivated you, friends. I hope you could see that this is doable. It's all about baby steps. It's all about keeping your eye out on deals and sales, shopping the sales. I'm coming out with a price book very soon for you, and to help you keep an eye on the prices since they fluctuate so fast. And know where to shop, and shop smartly. If you would like to see how to build a 3 to 6 month food storage like this, and how I do it, that video is linked for you down below as well. Also, I will link the inspiration to this video down below. I followed this gal's blog for a long time, and she was the inspiration for this, so she's getting the credit for this. I'll have that for you down below. She has printouts for you. If you want to do the exact same recipes that she has printouts for you. One day I'll have all this on my website. Oh my gosh. So I hope this inspired you to have some sort of 1 month food security for you and for your family. If you'd like to watch more on food storage, click on these 2 videos I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you soon. Bye.